Hello YouTubers, welcome back to GQ Auto Diagnostics and Repair, where my job is to save you money. I hope you guys having a great day, and today I'm working on a 2017 Ram 2500 Larami. It's a 6.7 turbo diesel automatic 4-wheel drive, and the problem the customer has is that the brakes are not working right. And what I mean by that, the pedal was low, and as you can see here, the piston came off. There was leaking fluid. You can see it there. So that caliper needs to be replaced. At least one caliper. It's gonna need obviously 2 rotors, brake pads. So that way, to start with, you might need 2 calipers. I don't know. This is the only thing that I know. So at this moment, the customer just purchased this vehicle not too long ago and has some issues with the brakes and squeaking, and got fixed. I don't know what other repairs were done, but definitely needs caliper, left rear caliper, brake pads, and rotors. Right, so let's get into the video. First things first, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna remove the caliper. And if you wonder what is this, it's to prevent continual leaking. This brake line is going to be replaced, so in case somebody's wondering. Okay, so this is a 13mm. Shit. Okay, 13mm here. 1, 2. Bolts are the same, so it doesn't matter which one goes where. Okay, it's not a big deal there. We're going to try to push this caliper back. Probably it's going to leak more fluid. It's a little bit there. There you go, you see, and then it's leaking as we anticipated. Ooh, look at that! Wow, it got destroyed, the caliper. Look at that. Wow, he just barely made it. Amazing, the things that you see. Whew. Look at this. Horrible. Look at that. Wow. All right, well, next thing that we gotta remove is gonna be these 2 big bolts. I believe they're 21mm. One. And this thing looks like it feels loose. Yeah, definitely. Okay, caliper bracket. Same thing, the 2 bolts there. They are the same length, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna put all the parts in one place, so that way I can show it to the customer. And let's see if I can remove this. Look at how thin it is. So this definitely been machined, and it was machined too much. Yeah. Or it's been metal to metal for a very long time, and this is what happened. All right. Okay. Now here, those are the brake shoes for the parking brake. That still seems to be okay. Enough friction material. Okay, so we're not gonna do anything there. Now here, the next thing that we want to do, we're gonna remove, I don't know if you can see here, some rust here, and we're gonna remove that to prevent any run out. I'm gonna use our tool. Okay. Right, so here. There you go. The rotor. My brother cleaned up the rotor for me so we can be a little bit more efficient. Okay. Now we're gonna go here. There you go, right there. Now you can see the difference, how thick the rotor is compared to how thin the other one was. So that was the reason. Caliper just keep pushing until, you know, it was too thin and those pistons popped. Okay, so here it's going to be the new brake caliper. As you can see, this is the part number that I'm using right now. I'm not sponsored by AutoZone or Duralast. I'm just showing you what I'm using, and I want to thank my friends from AutoZone for bringing the parts. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the help that you provide when you can. It means a lot. Okay, now we gotta remove the caliper from the caliper bracket. Okay, very important because the hardware is coming separate from this. I have a little bit oil on the caliper bracket, so I'm gonna just spray it a little bit here, so that will remove that little oil film and doesn't go into the brake pads. So very good. Now here you're gonna have This part goes here. Now we're gonna use this screwdriver to lift it. Now it can go all the way in. Okay, other way it doesn't go all the way in, and your brake pad is now gonna, it goes the inside first, inside there. Now here we're gonna there you go. It goes all the way in there. It's nice. Push down and it's all the way down. Okay, we do the same thing with the other two. And perfect. And I gotta clean my hand for there. And we're using this Duralast Gold. This is the part number. The brake pads. Now on this type of brake pad here, it's a little bit, sometimes can be a little bit challenging, right? This part goes there. This spring loaded is to pull the brake pads away from the rotor. Okay, so here, this is to put pressure out, away, keep the brake pad away from the rotor. Okay, that's what this does. So one side is going to go in first, a little bit in, so that will allow us to push on the other one. Okay, and it's going to stay there pretty much by itself. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, perfect. Right now we're going to grab the 2 bolts here. Now the brake pads stand by themselves there for the most part. I'm going to use one. Alright, that's good. Now I'm gonna snug this bolt here. And I'm gonna put all the torque specs on the description below the video so you guys can go see it. Okay, you find that information there. Now the caliper, I'm gonna press this up against, as you can see how they spread away from the rotor. That's what I was trying to explain. That's the reason those spring action here is to eliminate drag, improve fuel economy, but also, you know, improve the life of the brake pad. Okay, now I gotta go get this brake hose. So let's suppose you don't have to replace the hose, right? What are you gonna do? Well, if you move anything to leak or lose some brake fluid, that's it. You don't have to do anything. You can go pump the brake, make sure the pedal feels good, take it for a test drive, and you're good to go. Okay, obviously you're ready torque the caliper and the caliper bracket, right? And your torque wheels. In this case, you're gonna change the hose, install it, crank this open, and make sure that your master cylinder is full of brake fluid, okay? And leave this open and let the gravity, okay, do the rest. It's gonna start leaking here. When it leaks, close it, go pump the brakes several times, come back, crack this open, and you're gonna see some air bubbles. Okay, so you can close it again, go back, pump the brake a couple times, come back, open it. You're gonna see maybe a couple more air bubbles, and as soon as it's starting to come, just only fluid, you can close it. More likely you remove all the brake, all the air from this caliper. It's not going to take very long because the pistons are all the way in, so the area behind is going to be very little, so it should happen quite fast. Remember that. And if you're still unsure, you can have somebody over there on the inside the vehicle. You can pump the brakes 3 or 4 times, hold it, you come here and open it slow, and if you see only brake fluid coming, you're pretty much done. Okay, you can do this side, do the same thing on the other side, and you should be good. Okay, again, I'm not covering all the basics how to do a full brake fluid bleeding procedure. Okay, so that way, in case somebody tried to correct me that I forgot something, that was just an overview and overall that, you know, how can you generally can do it. Okay, so anyhow, I hope you'll find value in this video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave your comments down below, share the video, and as usual, God bless, do your best, forget the rest, and I will see you in the next video. Later.